Hi everyone, back again this week. I am here with a new series that I decided to start called The Fountain of Youth, and this will be the first video. There will be 3 more next week out of this series. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christine Garrison. I'm a health coach. I own Small Steps Coaching, and I help midlife women take small steps in their health so that they can feel younger as they get older. So last Friday I did a video, and I was hearing from some people that they didn't see it. So I think you might, if you're not getting these videos regularly, then you might need to go on to the Small Steps Coaching homepage. I'm not good with this technology stuff, and there's like 3 little buttons where you can like hit something and send me notifications. I don't know. So ask your kid to figure it out. That's what I do. But yeah, in case you're not getting these videos, I'm trying to now get back to more regular posting. Make sure you're getting notifications for when they come up. Especially for next week, I'll be doing 3 more on this topic. So the series, the Fountain of Youth series. So what, you might ask, is the Fountain of Youth? It's exercise. Yay, it's exercise. And I cannot believe I have not actually done a video, I don't think, on exercise yet on my Facebook group. So that's crazy. That's my background, is exercise. So I thought, let's get into it. Now, if you missed last Friday's Facebook Live, I did a get the most exercise bang for your buck, something like that. And just a really quick review. I talked about several different studies that kind of showed that the most benefit of exercise comes at the beginning. So for aerobic exercise, that's in the first 7 to 10 minutes of an aerobic exercise program. That's when you get like the most benefit. So if you've only got 10 minutes for a workout and you think it's not worth it, it is worth it, actually. It's totally worth it. Same thing for strength training. The most benefits you get in your strength training workout come from the first set. So if you don't have a lot of time to do 2, 3 sets, whatever, do 1 set and you still get a ton of benefits from it. So that led me to thinking, I don't think I've really discussed exercise much. So I wanted to get into that and how it truly actually is the fountain of youth. Because when I say that, I don't say that lightly. I mean, truly, it is good for our brain health, our heart health, our gut health, our sleep, our stress reduction, our immune system, our skin. Everything is positively affected through exercise, okay? Truly, everything. It really is. If there was like one magic pill that doctors could prescribe, it would be exercise, because it affects everything positively. So, for those of you who maybe are not as familiar with different exercise techniques and terminology, I wanted to introduce interval training, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today and then into next week, is interval training techniques. And I wanted to start off with a study because I'm a research geek and I love all the different studies out there. This study was actually done by the people that I talked about last Friday, and this was wanted to compare to see an interval exercise with a continuous exercise. So what that means is there's 2 groups, A and B. So each group did 3 times a week on a bicycle for 12 weeks. So they both did that. Group A did, the researcher calls it the 1-minute exercise. It's a 1-minute exercise or 1-minute workout that actually takes like 10 to 15 minutes depending on your warm-up, but he likes to call it the 1 minute. So what that group did is you warm up first, and then you did 20 seconds of hard cycling, like hard pedaling, like, again, zombies are chasing you, you're running for you're pedaling for your life, going as hard, as fast as you can for 20 seconds. And then for 3 minutes, you just pedal super easy. You just keep it real nice and easy, no big deal. And then you hit it again for another 20 seconds of super, super hard pedaling, going for your life. Another 3 minutes of super easy, and then one last 20 seconds of hard pedaling, 3 minutes of recovery. So he calls it the 1-minute workout because there's, 3 20 seconds that add up to a minute. It takes you like 10 to 15 minutes. So one group did that. Group A did that. Group B did 3 times a week. They came and they did 50 minutes of exercise on the bike at a moderate intensity level. So they kept their intensity level the same the whole time, right? 50 minutes, almost an hour. So at the end of 12 weeks, he looks at both groups and he's trying to determine their increase in aerobic capacity, aerobic endurance. They were the same. Both groups gained aerobic endurance or in aerobic capacity by 19% after that 12 weeks, okay? One group did 3 times as much exercise as the other group, and they both got the same amount of benefit of cardio endurance, basically. 10 to 15 minutes a day versus 50 minutes a day, and they got the same benefit. So that is the beauty and the miracle of interval training. And so that's what I'm going to kind of go into more detail next week. I'm going to do a lot more detail next week on interval training techniques, how to format it, intensity levels. You can actually, I'm going to do one of the days will be with incorporating strength training, because you can actually do a strength and a cardio combination of interval training and get it all done in 20 minutes, right? So I'm going to go over that. And actually what I've also made, I'm just trying to figure out how to get it on the computer. I've made a handout that you will be able to, I'll put a little link and you'll click on the link and it sends you somewhere and you'll get a handout that you can print out, download, whatever, of different interval training examples of a 60-minute workout, a 30, a 15, I think I do a 4-minute Tabata, a strength, etc. So that, look forward to that next week, so you'll be able to actually print that out and kind of follow along, and it's easier if you can kind of see it in your hand. So looking forward to that. But yeah, hopefully this will give you some new information if you've heard about interval training but didn't really sure what that meant and why you should do it. Why should you care? You should care because you can get a heck of a lot shorter workout in, because that's one of the #1 complaints people have is they don't have time, right? I don't have time to work out. Well, this is 1/3 of the amount of time, so you can try to fit it in there. So yeah, come on back next week. Change the notification thing at the top of the page or something if you're not getting these videos. And I will, dive more in depth. And then the last day, actually, I will also talk about, well, but how many calories does it burn? Because everybody wants to know that. I'm like, who cares about the darn calories? Your brain and your heart and your lungs and your skin and it's your sleep and your stress is so good for so many things, but everybody just wants to know about the calories. So I'll discuss calorie burn and all of that stuff. So next week. So come on back next week and we'll get into it. And thanks for joining me. And yeah, see you next week. Bye.